What's up, guys? This is Eclipse Graphics here. I wanted to discuss about the Infinite Warfare beta, my general thoughts on it all, and its release on PS4 and Xbox One, all the pros and cons of the game, and my overall opinion of everything. The maps, the rigs, the camos, the guns, the performance of the game as well. And it lacked expectations. It was very unorganized. It felt very lackluster. It just didn't feel like they put the effort into this game. It felt very empty. It lacked a lot of stuff compared to like how Black Ops 3's beta went. It felt like they didn't have anything in the beta. It felt like 1/4 of the content Black Ops 3 had in its beta. Very second it was supposed to release, and people had to wait a couple hours to play till they could play the beta. Now it was so bad to get an extra 24 hours. It did happen. Infinity War was like, alright, man, we're going to give these guys an extra 24 hours because they deserve it, because we screwed up completely. And they gave them the beta extension, but it also made a bad impression right off the start for the game. You promise a date and a time for the beta when it's available, so people want to play the beta right at that time and day. Where you don't follow through with that, people start to kind of lose hope in a way, since they get us hyped for the entire month for basically a disaster is what it really was. Now on the Xbox side of things, it was even more unorganized and annoying, and I know this for a fact since I played the beta on Xbox One. I would play it on PlayStation 4, but I don't own a PlayStation 4, but if I did, I would 100% play it on PlayStation 4. Since the second week, it was probably for the most part very solid performance on PS4, and when it came out for Xbox One the second week when it was announced to be released, it was very poor connection and everything. But the biggest problem on the Xbox One side of things is that they never like announced anything. It was really unorganized and for the most part annoying. On the Xbox side of things, I was experiencing a lot of freezing in the beta, I guess you could say, and it was fairly annoying and unenjoyable. Or simply the best way I could put it is that it felt like someone had like a lag switch and they were trying to freeze me most of the times. It really felt like that, I swear to you. It really felt like that. Like someone had like a built-in lag switch and they were freezing me the whole time. Even though that wasn't the case. It was just the poor connection in the beta. It was just really, really bad. And there was that other day where people weren't even able to find a match for like a good, like, I don't know, I guess 1-2 hours or something like that. It was really stupid. I don't know how they let that happen, but connection for me for the most time and was just really, really bad. I know that for a fact. Like, that was the thing I complained about the entire time, the entire weekend when I was playing the beta on the Xbox One. Connection for sure, 100% was the worst thing. And the second thing I would probably disapprove was the time to kill. Now, it's not that it was not that fast or too fast, but it was inconsistent. Since some matches I would kill players in 5 bullets at least, or some matches I would kill people in like half a magazine per se. But I'm certainly positive that the issue was because of the inconsistent connection that probably had a really big impact with the time to kill. So it was really hard to determine how fast the time to kill really was. With it all was that, like I said, you could see it. You could clearly see it. And it wasn't hard to tell at all. Now, because the time to kill felt inconsistent, I really played passive in the beta most of the time, since I was never sure if I shot the player first that I was guaranteed the kill, which is extremely stupid in my opinion, that I would have to play more cautious because of the inconsistency with the time to kill and connection. The second thing I didn't really like at all in the beta, the game overall, was the spawn. There were times when I spawned extremely close to enemies that it would get me killed, or that would happen to enemies and that would get them killed instantly. They need to fix spawns. They just don't feel right at all, man. They really don't. It just seems very, very off. Now, variants I don't have a problem with at all, as long as they don't start adding perks such as more damage and such. Then I won't have a problem with it at all. But at some point they probably will make the game pay to win. I feel like they're very tempted to, as because they feel, you know, every developer, their mindset is to produce more money. So if they wanted to produce more money, they probably would add very pay to win like weapons, like, you know, quote, like an Obsidian Steed from Advanced Warfare, but not literally. You get the point. But the things that I did like for the most part were the rigs. They were basically specialists from Black Ops 3, but they played pretty well for the most part. I don't think there's really any rig that's overpowered, because a lot of times I would just be able to just like jump up in air and just be able to shoot them, and I would just be able to kill them. I felt like none of them were really that overpowered. Like, you were able to kill them with your gun in time before they were actually able to kill you. I liked a ton of weapons, such as the MV4. It was a very strong weapon. I liked the FHR-40. It was my most favorite submachine gun, and the Karma 45, but that submachine gun is most likely going to get nerfed since it's just way too good. Camos looked very dull, but they probably have hundreds of camos in the full game, most likely, and supply drops, so that's nothing to worry about. Graphics probably annoyed me the most, since they looked like they were designed for Xbox 360 and PS3. Like, they had the intent of making this game available for the older consoles. I don't know why. Compared to Black Ops 3, compared to Infinite Warfare, the graphics are just insane, because Black Ops 3 looks so colorful, and Infinite Warfare, it just doesn't look at all. It looks very dull. All the streaks in the game need a major buff. They are all ineffective, and they don't really do anything. They literally don't kill anybody. The best streak in the game was honestly a UAV, which is just disgusting, that the fact to think about that the UAV is the best streak in the game. At the end of the day, it was a beta, and they were stress testing a lot of stuff. So hopefully they will fix the connection, and they will sort out everything in the game before the launch on November 4th. I did like playing the beta overall, but can't really criticize too heavily on all of it, since it is a beta, and the whole intent of it was to test everything out to make sure it would function properly for the most part. So that's basically it. Guys, leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Links in the description down below, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Roger that. Be advised, DE-ATOMIZER.
DE-ATOMIZER strike on your order. The drone is about to reset. Drone reset in progress.